Hello everybody, welcome to the live stream everybody. Good Saturday evening to everybody joining us on this late live stream. Impromptu live stream today because I got a lot of requests talking about Zillow's program and I have a lot to say about it. I know it may be late for our East Coast fellas and ladies, but you know, you're probably gonna watch this after the fact, so that's cool. As usual, even though it's a late night stream, we got our Wally cam set up. He's not too happy today. It's wife and the kids are gone, so it's just me and him, and he's a little bored. Are you okay, Wally? As usual, if this is the first time you're watching, let me know in the live stream and I'll give you a shout out. And of course, if you're watching this after the fact, know that you can subscribe and hit bell notification to get notified. But let's just get to it. Let's not waste too much time today. I'll make sure to do a Q&A after we're done talking as usual. And of course, home affordable situations or crush home buyer dreams after our talk. So there's been a lot of attempts to communicate with me regarding this. And it's, I wanted to say half-ass. I wanted to say Zillow's half-ass attempt, but I was like, I had to look up what's a more polite way to say half-assed, and that's why I came up with mediocre, because really it's what it is. It's being hailed as this new, like, Zillow's solution to the housing market. And they even, I think they did a release. What's up, KK Lee, YouTube Car Splitter Guide? What's going on? No more super chat, cat? Yeah, you have to do a super chat to do that. Once I get a super chat, you'll see the super chat, cat. Music should be, oh, okay, there you go. Okay. If you go to just looking up online, way down here, there is a Zillow group message. Zillow Home Loans helps more people get home with a new 1% down payment option. Wow. Give them a Nobel Peace Prize. Congratulations, Zillow Home Loans. You saved the housing market. Of course, I'm being sarcastic because it's pretty. This is a pretty terrible take. First of all, here's my first main thing to say about this. Okay, we'll read the article right now. We'll go through it together. This isn't the solution to the housing market. This 1% down program has been around probably for the last month or two. Rocket Mortgage has something similar. But not only that, but your local lender or broker has had a 1% down program that came out like recently. Like if you Google Rocket Mortgage 1% down, as you can see here, they've been doing it. OnePlus. Okay. So this isn't like revolutionary or anything new. Like, oh yeah, let's give them a Nobel Peace Prize for it. Not only that, but your local lender, I'm sure, has had something similar that's been given out because, quite frankly, lenders have had to compete and it hasn't been a good time for lending in general. So they're trying some way to just create leads, right? So it's been out for a while. There's nothing new, okay? So Zillow decided to jump on the high ground, but of course, because it's Zillow, anything they do gets more, traction, gets more thing. And it's funny now that they're like coming out here to help the housing market, when part of the reason we're messed up in the first place is because they decided to go buy a bunch of properties cash overvalued and create all this artificial avenue. So let's talk about how this isn't what we need as a housing market right now. This is the best article I found. The housing market has gone so affordable that Zillow is now offering 1% down option. Woo! Real estate agents leave a sale during a broker open, begging their client to buy their house because they need that sale. I haven't checked. I haven't even checked the Twitch chat. Sorry. Let me check the Twitch chat. Sometimes a few guys hop on there. Sometimes a few guys. Oops. Hop on sorry. There. Sometimes a few guys. Oh, there's 3 of you guys on there. I see you. Anyways. So the 1% down program from Zillow Home Loans is designed to reduce the time needed for consumers to save money for a down payment. For now, it's only offered in eligible borrowers in Arizona, though the company intends to expand the program to other states. Analysis by Zillow Home Loans show that by reducing the down payment burden to 1%, a homeowner is looking to purchase $275,000 home in Arizona who makes 80% of the area's median income now saves 5% of their income, which only need 11 months to save for a down payment. By comparison, similar home buyer savings for a 3% down payment would require 31 months to reach their savings goal. Home buyers typically aim for 20% down on a house to avoid the need to pay PMI, but plenty of consumers also opt to put down payments between 5 to 20. The record low 1% down the payment target by Zillow beats out Freddie Mac's mortgage options at just 3%. Zillow said it would contribute an additional 2% of the down payment to qualified buyers, but it is not a payment to the buyer. But the 1% down payment option does not solve the housing problem. But it's exactly it. So I want you guys to really listen to me here. There is always going to be 1% down programs. There's always going to be down payment assistance. There's always going to be these kind of products out there. Like, I think they gained a lot of popularity. I remember, like in the 2010s, I remember I would get calls from people saying, "Hey, can I use the Obama program that's out right now?" What? The Obama program? Like, Obama wasn't even the president anymore. And they're like, yeah, the Obama program. And then when Trump became president, oh yeah, the Trump program. What are you talking about? It's just people, like, there was these down payment assistance programs available that were intended because, you know, home ownership or the idea of owning a home was a tainted value that people in the 2010s had. They didn't really want to become a home ownership after the crash. So that was their way to kind of promote home ownership, and somehow it got associated with the president. It's like the president's down payment assistance program. But anyways, DPA programs have always been this thing that's been fed to you guys to say, hey, first-time home buyers, this is what you need to get. And a lot of times you'll hear it be called a first-time home buyer program. And so that, like, it's implied that you get benefits for being a first-time home buyer. And yeah, I mean, a lot of times a requirement for these loans are you have to not have a current house. Very few times are they like, hey, it's your actual first house. Or do they really check if it's actually your first house? But the thing is, these programs are always going to be out there, okay? But the main issue with the housing market isn't the ability to get a down payment. If you look at the comment section, it's like, oh man, if only I had more time to save for a down payment. Oh my gosh, like, what is going on? Like, no. The main issue is the monthly payment. Right? I would even argue the main issue is interest rates. Some might say the prices are too high. Prices are too high, lower the price. Lowering the price isn't going to affect that much when interest rates at 7%. If Zillow is really truly trying to bring value to the housing market, it needs to use those 2% in funds to buy down the rate. It needs to use or be creative with their financing to give home buyers, even if you want to give first-time home buyers, a 4 or 5% interest rate. That's where the value needs to be brought, the affordability aspect. You can have a negative 1% program where they give you 1% to buy a house. It does not solve the issue of, holy crap, this monthly payment's almost $3,000. Only people with six-figure salaries can afford a house now in certain cities. What's going on, Aurelio? What's up? Brooklyn, New York, huh? Go get me a chop. What's it called? Chopped cheese. Go give me a chopped cheese, please. While working. All right, cool. That's cool. It's just frustrating. I want you guys, first of all, it's not available anywhere, but I don't care because it's available. There are programs like this available everywhere. Okay. If you're buying a house, do not, if you're going to get value from companies, either builders or the sellers or your lender, don't have them feed you this bogus low down payment program. If they want to give you money, use it to lower the price of the house. And maybe if they don't want to give you money to lower the price, use their money to get the rate lower. Only after you've exhausted lowering the price. Okay? That's right. If you're rural USDA, yeah. So I don't want to hear about how Zillow is helping the housing market. Here's your applause, Zillow. That's right. I have an applause button, and I'm gonna use it. Zillow, this is, first of all, let's acknowledge your responsibility in this. Like, how many properties did you guys buy overvalued between 2020 to 2022? That's responsible for this. You're not the only one. I get that. But you were one of the companies doing it. Open Door, OfferPad. All the private investors, Yamasa, which I made a video about. It's not getting a lot of traction, but you know, it's all right. People don't want to hear about it. I recently made a video about how Yamasa, a Japanese corporation, is buying a bunch of properties still today, to this day. But progressive, was it Progress Residential, American Homes for Rent. All these companies that bought a bunch of properties to either sell and make money, these Wall Street buyers, or to turn the American public into renters. There is like, you know, giving us 1% program, like, oh, thank you. No. Buy down the rates, make it more affordable. Let's like have some serious. Yes, I know. I said it's only offered in Arizona, but they're planning. Like I said before, it's not just Arizona, but they're going to be spreading out. But there's 1% down programs everywhere, not just. Is it programs so they can recoup losses? I don't know. Honestly, I think because they have to give 2% of their funds, so I think they're losing money. I think they're trying to get in on the 7%, or it's their way of, like, Zillow Home Loans isn't like a very popular lender, I think. So I think it's a way to they're using it to kind of, like, you know, advertise for their lender. Not Florida. I know it's not available everywhere. If you guys have been watching from the beginning, if you don't mind, if we get new people come in and they say it's only in Arizona, let them know what I'm saying, please. Yeah, no, I think, like, I'm not that upset about it. I'm more upset about their they're patting themselves in the back, like, I can't do it. I'm not flexible. It's like, hey, we did it, guys. We saved the housing market. 1% down products for you. No, bro. Like, use those, because they're basically giving 2% of their funds to help. No, use those 2% to buy down the rate. You know, 2 points is going to help a lot. 2 points can lower the rate, I think, to the 5s, maybe even low 6s. Like, that's helpful. Like, actually help with the monthly payment. Or maybe use all of the collective funds that you have to buy down a bunch of rates and give them. Like that's helpful. You know what I'm saying? In Chicago, houses rent are incredibly dumb, overpriced. Rents $1,400-$1,500. Yeah, too expensive. Yeah, it's I've been really considering the content I'm making. And I don't think I'm being a doomer, but I feel like I'm being very negative with the videos I'm making. And, like, I think initially people are watching because it's like, let's, you know, but I feel like I'm not. Initially, my educational content was to help you get an idea what you can afford. But now it's just like, I feel like I'm beating the piñata over and over again. Like, you can't afford a house. Like, it's like, I feel like I'm just kind of beating a horse. How's the saying go? Beating a dead stick with the horse, or beating a horse with the stick that's dead. I don't know. By just continually saying you can't afford a house, you can't afford a house, you can't afford a house, and I'm feeling like I want to kind of restructure that because it's I don't know, it doesn't feel right. Bought a home in 2021 for $460. Now it's worth $680. It's insane here. Yeah, and you actually lost a little bit of that value. So it was probably worth like $740, $750 at one point. What's up, Gio? Jesus Yamasa, Jose Romero Yamasa. Yeah, and Yamasa is not. What was it called? P Juicy. For those that are watching the last live stream. Beating a dead horse. Why would I beat a dead horse? Oh, I guess that's the point of the saying. So I don't know. I don't think it's a recoup. Realist, not doomer. Thank you, Bobo. First of all, Bobo, it's been a while since I've seen you. Thank you. How you doing? But anyways, that's what I have to say. When do you think the housing crash, if one, will hit? I don't know. I don't necessarily think that. I don't know if the housing market's going to crash, because we're living in a different time where we have a lot of buyers that want to buy but cannot buy because it's not affordable. And if there is a price reduction, let's say the houses drop and they start dropping, and like they drop 10,000, 20,000, 40,000, 50,000, it'll eventually get, there's so much value there, like houses right now like 425 or something. There's so much value, it'll get to the point where it gets like the 350 or 360 if it happens, and like a bunch of buyers are going to start buying up property crazy, right? Because there's so many people that are just looking at their affordability and they're like, I want to buy a house but I can't afford it. I'm sure a lot of people in the chat are like that right now. Let me know if you are. And it's going to kind of do the opposite effect. That, or rates are going to drop, and when rates drop, like even a 5%, 4%, like your payment is going to go from like average 2,500 to like 1,800. And a lot of people are going to come flooding the marketplace again. The price is going to go up again. It's just, it's a very different situation. You can't just look at graphs and say this is what's going to happen. It has to be catastrophic across the, like, all financial markets, right? I think this housing market for some reason has been very durable. And not only that, but as soon as the market starts dipping a bit, the doomers are just going to start feeding that the market's crashing, like they already are. I don't know. I feel like it's out of hand, yes, but yeah. Well, how can I figure out, Jack writes, as if the interest rate would be for an USDA loan? I think it's on Optimal Blue. So, I mean, other than talking to a lender, which I'm assuming you probably don't want to. Oh, wait, it's not on Optimal Blue. If you just look up USDA interest rate, it doesn't pop up. Yeah, it's on the, no, it's not on the .gov, huh? Yeah, you're gonna probably have to talk to a lender, unfortunately. But why is it not public? Oh, wait, I think it is. There's a chart on Google. I don't know how accurate it is. 7.86, that's crazy. What would these 1% down loan promote subprime lending? I don't know. Once again, this 1% program isn't anything new. There's been 1% programs. It's just Zillow's. The issue here is Zillow's like going out and say, "Oh, we fixed that." Like, well, when they didn't say they fixed the housing market, but they're like, Zillow Home Loans helps more people with 1% down option. We've saved the day. Pat in the back. Nobel Peace Prize. But there's already a bunch of 1% down product programs. The issue isn't the lack of being able to save a house. The issue is the monthly payments. If they really want to help the American people, they need to either take responsibility that they're one of the main corporations that are responsible of inflating these housing values artificially, and B, use that 2% that they're giving to people for this down payment program and use it to buy down rates. Right? If you want to help people, anybody looking to buy a Zillow home loan gets a 5% interest rate. That's helpful, because now their $2,400 payment is more like $1,900, and that's more affordable, and that's actually helping. Home insurance provider in Arizona, I don't know. Zillow is promoting. That's what I honestly, at the end of the day, it's just marketing. They're just promoting their Zillow home loans thing. Let's see the 1%. Can you imagine 1% interest rates? That would be insane. But yeah, don't hold the ground. Don't go crazy over these 1% products. Here's some general rules if you're looking to buy. Okay, use as much of the seller's money to buy the house cheap as possible. Try not to get them to buy, like, if the seller's giving you 20K, see if you can get that 20K off the price. Don't you say, oh, give me 10K for the insurance, or sorry, to buy down the rate, and give me this for no. Like right at this point, just use it to buy it. If there's funds that you're receiving from a lender or from a seller or from a builder that you can't use for the actual price of the house, use that. Then use that money that's not your money to buy down the rate. Danny Salas, hey, it's my my grandma's last name. First time homebuyer here. I appreciate the content you create as it's been helping me throughout the journey. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, guys, we're going to open up the Q&A slash crushing your home buying dreams. If you have a home affordability scenario, feel free to share it now. Santos says the interest rate on those Zillow 1% per annum will not be ideal. You think Redfin will follow the mortgages for them to do that, knowing that they overbought in 2020? Very interesting. Make good moves, folks. Yeah. I think the saying is you lead a dead horse to water so you can beat him with a stick. Yeah, sounds about right. How does Zillow go about appraising the household prior to the loan? Their own people, third parties estimate? I'm pretty sure Zillow Home Loans probably has to follow the same guidelines as most lenders, which means they have to hire an appraiser through an appraisal management company. So they're not directly involved with the appraiser, but they hire a company that then assigns an appraiser to go out there, get the report, and deliver it back to the lender. I don't know. So I think the way it works is that Zillow is giving 2%. So it's really a 3% down product, but Zillow gives 2%. Get it? I'm just kidding. No, they give 2%. There, one. So it's really a 3% product. So to calculate the monthly payment, it's 97.3. 97.3. So it's just do then 3% down. And then I don't know if the interest rate's going to be that. I know someone said right now that the rates are going to be higher. I hope that's not the case, because literally that's the worst. You can lead a horse to the water. You can't make it drink. You can lead a drink to a horse, but the horse will be drunk already. They have to hire an independent appraisal. That's that one. I don't think there's an issue with the way appraisers are done. I think most lenders have to follow the same system, especially Zillow. So they are hiring independent appraisers. They hire an AMC, and they're not involved in who gets picked. I think that's you're trying to cause an issue that's not there. Manny 109, when rates go down, more house will go to the market along with new homes. Will that combo make it affordable? Dude, honestly, affordability, man, I don't. How are they gonna make houses more affordable again? Here's a better question. Do they want houses to be affordable again? Higher priced houses means more property taxes. So what do they benefit from getting cheaper houses? The corporations already bought houses. The corporations are going to be paying the property taxes. Why does it matter to them that people are homeowners? Truly think, what does the government have to win from you becoming a homeowner? Really nothing. Like what, the PR? Do you think the government cares about the PR? I don't think that there's active effort to build, to have homeownership be more affordable, as long as property taxes are being paid, which they are. And maybe that's why, like, builders, there's an incentive with them, and like they're giving great rates and whatnot, because it makes sense for them to want to get people to buy them, right? Because that's new way to collect money from people, because those houses didn't exist before and now they do. So I mean, I guess I hate to be negative here. Also, I hate to be dancing with the conspiracy devil here, but if you truly think about like way things are right now, why would the government actually try to make it more affordable? To them, it doesn't matter if a corporation or a person owns it, as long as the property taxes get paid. You know what I mean? Is that too negative? And I want that to sound harsh Veronica's out here preaching, huh? I want this to sound harsh because no one's going to be there to help you. The lender, the realtor, the government, like no one's going to be giving you guys the ability to buy a house. You have to take it. Like now more than ever, it's a terrifying time to buy. It doesn't make sense to buy. Meanwhile, the corporations are still buying. Yuki Yamasai, I showed in my last video, they're still buying houses. I hope you guys hear that and just like get empowered by it, because it doesn't matter what. Like you guys, like I don't care. Oh, you're a realtor, you're saying that. So what? To own a piece of property in the United States of America is one of the greatest things that no one can take from you. Well, maybe under certain circumstances, yeah. But you leave this earth today and you own a house. You leave your family. Like not only owning a house is the first step, but trying to remove that debt, right? Like, because right now, if I pass, my family's not gonna be okay. So I want to be able to have the house paid off or have it be pretty well, so that way if something happens to me, they have something. I have an asset, right? But the least thing you can do is get yourself in an asset that's losing. Get an asset that you've overpaid for, right? That does not worth what it's worth. So that's why if you are buying right now, getting it as cheap as possible is a priority. I don't know, man. I don't know, like, getting dark Javier over here, dude. What's going on with me? After 7 p.m., I freaking Vicenci. First of all, great name. Love your name. This isn't so much into question as it's an observation. I've lived in my current place for over 20 years now. Now, literally in the last 3 years, we have seen 4 or 5 houses go on sale every year. Yeah. I think there's another problem with housing. Oh, what are you saying? Sorry, Manny. Oh, yeah, because you did cause that. No, that's more than welcome. You're good, Manny. Other than you're a Raiders fan. I'm just kidding. I'm not a football fan at all. Anytime I see any kind of yeah, 150. You're killing it on YouTube. 154k subs is rich. Equal rich. No, dude, no. It's not about subs. It's active viewer count. There's people that have way less subs than me that are getting plenty more views than me. It's not about the subscribers. Like probably 90% of my subscribers don't even watch me anymore. So don't let subscribe. It's a vanity metric. Don't let it impress you. Another issue. Man, Dark Javier is out full scope tonight. Well, my wife is out of town, and I just come on the live stream and just. Another issue that we have, I think, as a society is like there's something about like either because of celebrities or these shows on HGTV that we're obsessed with having like the best nice looking house. And there's like a huge dopamine release that gets released when you buy a nicer house. You post it on social media to show your friends and family. You invite your family over, and it's like you feel like you've made it. Like it gives you this huge sense. But then people live in it for 2 or 3 years, and then they'll find a reason to move up again. And they'll go, okay, well, Johnny's playroom is not working for us anymore. We have another baby coming. We got to get out of here. And then they move because they tell themselves, but really, it's like, do they really have to move? I feel like there's 2 things here. One, that we want the newer house. We want like, oh, we saw so-and-so buy it, so we're going to go buy 2. Oh, we want to live in this neighborhood. We want to keep like this consumerism. We want to keep having nicer and nicer things, and we keep moving up and up. And realtors are calling you, hey, it's time to sell, time to buy, time to sell. And then, we have to be doing that because they obviously get paid commission for every sell and buy. So like it's like this effect of like going up and up and up. And there's a few times where it actually makes sense. Like I one for example, someone I know right now, they're selling their house and they're going to be like very, very much completely out of debt. They're paying off their cars and everything. They're putting a big down payment and they're moving to a house in their neighborhood already. So they literally use the values increase to get into in a very similar monthly payment to where they are now. Like that makes sense. But every time I feel like people are like, I've seen it, and I'm guilty of it too, because I'm an agent, right? And I don't say anything when people tell me, but I see that, like, people tell me why they're looking to move, and like, oh yeah, honestly, like, you could probably be fine for another few years. Like, dude, growing up, my family had like 4 or 5 kids in like 3 bedrooms, like 2-3 kids a room, and now, yeah, that's tough, right? But it's like, do we really need a bigger house? Do we really need a bigger yard? Do we really need more bedrooms? Like, really truly asking ourselves now, and I think people are starting to ask themselves more that, like, as the housing gets more expensive, people are starting to really like figure that out. Like, hey, this is what really, like, do we really need to be moving on and up? What was the second thing? But I think that's probably my primary point, is the consumerism of like wanting the second thing is just like the lack of, I guess it kind of relates to what I'm saying, that lack of endurance of like just figuring out a way to make your current house work. Like, you have the house now, you have a great interest rate, yeah, you're having more children, or yeah, you're running out of space. Figure out a way to organize, get a storage space, like you know what I mean? Why is Rodrigo saying hello, ladies? Like, this is like a singles marketplace or something. The couple that having their first child that upgrades to a 7-seater SUV. I did that, but we went from a little 4-seater car to like a Rogue, like when we had our first kid. It wasn't like a big SUV, it was like a very small one. But I bet the car manufacturers make so much money off that, the car sales guys. Like, oh yeah, we're having our first baby. Oh, let me show you this freaking, what are they called? The GMC Sierras, or the freaking Suburbans. That's another thing, Vicente, Mexico. Dude, what is this obsession with people wanting to buy houses in Rocky Point and like Puerto Vallarta and all that? Like, it's so annoying. Like, I have family members who are like, oh, we just bought 3 houses in Rocky Point. Dude, okay, bud. Good job investing in another country. Like, why? Dude, Dark Javier is fully out today. I need to chill. I need my wife back. I'm gonna have a bunch of messages like, chill. Danny Sala says, according to our lender, we would need to find a house 300K or less to get payments barely under 3K per month. This is in Dallas. Dallas has high state property tax, I think. Mexico gentrification, no kidding. Well, like, the people I know are Hispanic. Dark Javier's thought on Kyle Seagrave. Yankee Life, he first of all, I have him as a soundbite here.
Hey, Kyle here with WinTheHouseYouLove.com.
Kyle Seagraves, a truly wonderful person who's very knowledgeable about loans. I miss him dearly. We used to like talk a lot more. We used to visit each other a lot more. But after having my baby and going through some other things, like, I don't know, I haven't really tried, but he's a great friend, and I have nothing negative to say. Out of the YouTube landscape, him, Christina Smallhorn, like, I made some really good friends that are true friends from this, and I feel like those two, they're really good people. Do you recommend buying real estate in the metaverse? No. Well, first of all, I don't know anything about it. It's like asking me, what's the best salad to eat on a, like, bro, I don't know. Is metaverse still a thing? I think that turned into more a meme, didn't it? I'm late to the chat. What's this, 1%? No, not 1%. 1% down. Did I put 1% interest rate? Huh? No, 1% loan. Oh. No, 1% down payment. Do you recommend buying? Oh wait, no. What's the number one mistake first-time home buyers make? I don't know, man. I feel like Dark Javier should answer this right now. Number one mistake home buyers make. I think it's the reason they're buying. I think a lot of people are like, yeah, we want to buy. Like, why? No, it just feels like time. Okay. Why? Oh, my mom is telling me it's time to buy and I should be buying now. Like, yeah, but why? Like some of you guys need to be focusing on building your like initial like emergency fund, right? Like, having lived my life and messed up a lot in my life before I upgraded, because I've upgraded my car so many times needlessly. I don't regret my home purchases, because I'm different, and here's why. I'm a real estate agent, so I literally get paid to buy my own house. And if you guys want the true hack of the century, go get your real estate license. It's not that, I mean, if you're a smart person and you have time, it takes like a few months to get it. You can do it on the side. You don't have to go become a realtor, but getting your license is like, literally, if you're buying a $400,000 house, what's 2 to 3% of that? Ding, ding, ding. I'm trying to think, man. The $10,000 to $12,000, right? 2.5 to 3% around there. So every time I bought a house, like, I literally, like, I pay 5% down or something. I get majority of my down payment from there. So that's why when realtors come give you advice about buying and selling, we're not the best source for that, because we literally get paid to buy. And then you could do too if you become a licensed agent, just so you know. But for a lot of people, they buy not truly understanding the commitment they're about to make. Like, only buying because, I'll have this money. And I think now more than ever in this housing market, people are forced to really look in the mirror and say, why am I buying? And if it's not for a decent reason, like there has to be like a strong, like something, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Something in their gut and their soul telling them, like, owning this house is important to me. Me, from experience, I grew up undocumented. So I was being told my whole life I don't belong. Coming home in my house in Phoenix, to Joe Arpaio just raided this place. All these people just got deported. And out of high school, I was on DACA, Deferred Action of the Dream Act thing. Every 2 years, I had to submit an application if I could stay in the country. I have my residency now, so don't call ICE on me. But having that, like, to me, it was really important to be able to stake a place on the ground, stake up my name on the ground and say, this belongs to me. I own this piece of property, and there's nothing you can do to that. Was important to me. Like, to know this is somewhere I finally belong in this country. I'm about to start crying dark. And hey, I'm not drinking too, by the way. This is purely 7 p.m. post 7 p.m. Javier here. Like this is, I belong here. This is, no matter what your beliefs are, no matter what you think about me or about my whatever, this is my house. And that's I'm not saying if you don't have such a strong story like that, you can. I'm not saying that at all. But there has to be something there. Like, there has to be a reason so important that there's a lot of doomers out there that are going to call you stupid for buying a house. You have to have such a strong reason to buy that it doesn't matter what they tell you, you're buying. Like, I have had people I've been helping that have a lot down payment. They have a significant good down payment. They have significantly great credit. They have an emergency fund. They literally checkbox everything. But when it came time to pull the trigger and get a house, like either the offer stage or something, they couldn't do it. They completely freaked out. Why is that? There's that key component missing of, I'm buying the house because of this. Not because it makes financial sense, because of this. It's no longer financially savvy to buy a house. It used to be savvy to buy a house in 2014. You buy a house, you make $100,000 selling 4 years later. Everybody and their freaking cousin Edgar, the realtor, can make a bunch of money. It was what is it? Everyone makes money in a bull market, or whatever the saying goes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, there has to be something here. And that's why I get so fucking, sorry for my language, I get so fired up. Just these people that make money telling people the market's crashing for the last dude, I genuinely feel bad if you listened to these people 2 years ago when they were like the market's crashing. Like 2 years ago, 2021, 2022, early 2022, the market's crashing, the market's crashing, the market's crashing. And you guys listened to them, you didn't buy. Because that was the time to buy. You could have got a super cheap rate. You could have gotten a super good price. And those people are still saying market's crashing, market's crashing. They're going to be there. And they're always going to be there. So there has to be something stronger pushing you. Dark Javier should grab a drink. Thank you, Rebellion. I have this old Dr. Pepper that I've had for like a week here. Strawberry and cream. Let's check on Wally. Wally, how you doing? Dude, nobody's done a super chat, man. No snacks for you. Sorry. I apologize for the cursing. I have no idea what's going on with me. I feel like I'm having an out of body experience here. Like, what the heck is going on? Good for you, Lil Chapato. Brand new home, 235K, 2.625 for me. Great. Make that home last as long as possible, my friend. Really stretch it out. That's true, Element. Is there was a lot of people that were trying to buy, but they kept getting outbid. I 100% agree that was a very difficult thing to do. Do not let the current environment... Here's the one thing that really gets me going, too. Okay? Politics and religion, right? You know what really grinds my gears? Kevin, aren't you supposed to be at work? Go to work, Kevin. California housing prices. California, dude, something's going on with you guys. You guys always like to come complain about the house prices, but they're just too expensive. Like, what happened? Like, I'm genuinely interested in knowing what happened. Like, what happened to California values? Is it the celebrity culture? Is it because it's near the beach? I'm genuinely curious what happened to California to make it so expensive. I don't know, though. Anyways. Someone said recently, like, again, a lot of people, once again, I've been making more negative comments, so it's content, so it's on me. But they're like, I'm never going to afford a house, or it just feels like I'm never going to be able to buy. And it gets really... Does he look at chats here? Of course I do, BRS League. Sorry. I'm kind of in the zone right now, so I can't... Yes, I do, Navy. Stop it. I see. I'm not looking at much chats right now. Not just you guys. I'm sorry. BRS League, hold on tight. If there's time, I'll make sure to answer your stuff, okay? What's today's rate? Like 7 something. Anyways. People keep saying, telling me, oh, well, it just feels hopeless, like I'm never gonna buy. Okay. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. You feel unlucky right now because there's no opportunity for you. So when there's in lack of opportunity, what do? Prepare. Rates, if you look at a rate chart, they're not just flat. If you look at a housing price thing, they're not just flat. It fluctuates up, down, up, down, up, down. Don't go into this negative mindset that you're never going to afford a place to live and it's terrible. And shame on me, people like me who are making videos like this and making you guys feel bad, so I apologize. Okay, I'll give him a treat. Hey guys, this is Kevin Abraham. He's one of my best friends growing up. I'm going to add him as a moderator. Everybody say hi to Kevin. Say hi to Kevin, everybody. We love Kevin Abraham here. He just had his wonderful pup pass away after a long time, and he's a little hurting. So, everyone, let's give him some love. Prepare. Just prepare. Prepare. More savings. Prepare it. Find it with education. Like, your time will come, and when it comes, you should be you should be as prepared as you're going to probably know more about your market than your agent. Like, take the time to become a badass in your real estate market. Take the time to save. Take the time to have excellent credit. Like, be one of those super, like, there's a certain type of buyer, like what like A plus buyer, like I don't know what the term is. There's like these like buyers that come to the marketplace with their down payment ready, with their credits high, knowledge about the area, right? Just fully prepared, ready to go. And not only that, but they're like, oh my gosh, when you talk to them, you hang up the phone and you're like, these people are on the mission and they're gonna buy a house with or without me, so I need to be on my freaking toes with these guys, because these guys know what they want. Like, they come with this passion that is unrivaled. They're prepared, they're passionate, they're educated. Those people they don't get there like that overnight. They've spent time preparing, and that's what you need to get yourself in that mindset. So if the opportunities aren't there, then prepare. Community college is cheap. Well, that has to do with anything. You don't have to be educated, or you don't have to go to college to get some decent job nowadays, especially nowadays. California is weird in many ways. Sincerely, lifelong California. Yeah. Matt, the mortgage guy. You have a check mark next to you. What does that mean? Javier, if a builder agreed to a price cut plus 6% concessions, and you can put the 6% towards rate buy down, oh my gosh, that's going to give you an amazing rate. I would, I don't know if I would use 6% towards the rate. Can you apply that towards the price? Because here's the thing, okay? Yeah, Abe. So there's a bunch of new people here in the chat. Welcome. For those that have been here, I'm going to give a quick synopsis of what I've talked about so far regarding Zillow. But for everybody new, let me kind of explain what's going on, okay? So Zillow, first of all, if this is the first time joining, let me know. I want to say hi to you. That's our wonderful mascot, Wally. He's an 185-pound Newfoundland. And if you guys are generous enough to super chat, he gets a treat, just so you know. Anyways. Oh, sorry. That's the chat. All right. So this is what's going on. So Zillow is like doing like a self-congratulatory thing right now where they're like, hey, we're here to help more people get a home with a 1% down payment program. Right? Like, good for them. The Academy Award goes to Zillow. This is a terrible thing to do. Like they're going and they're like bringing, like they're self-congratulating themselves here. They're like, oh yeah, we did it, guys. We saved the market. But there's two things that are wrong here. A, they're not taking responsibility for them being one of the main companies to put us in this position in the first place. Zillow, Progress Residential, American Homes from Rent, OfferPad, Open Door, all these other Yamasa, the video I just made recently, all these companies that bought cat either to hold on to them and rent them out, or just to sell them to other people at an inflated value. They're part of the reason why we're in this situation in the first place. So it's really weird that you're like, hey, we're here to help people with these problems, man. This housing market sucks. Am I right? Yeah, it broke. You made it that way. Like, so the way that this program works, it's a 3% down program. They give 2 points. Another thing to note, there's been 1% programs for the last few months already. This isn't anything new. This is just great publicity on their part. They're just pushing Zillow Home Loans as a product, right? Yeah, so anyways, so 97.3, like that's all it is. It's a 3% down product. They give 2% to help with the 2% of the down payment, and you have to contribute 1%. This is not a great product. This is a product that's existing already in other like your local lender probably has something similar. Let's not fall for dumb products like this, because the issue isn't, oh, we can't save enough money for a down payment. That's not the issue. The issue is affordability. So if these people really want to help the American public, what they should do is give 2 points that help contribute to lower the price of the house, or give 2 points to reduce the interest rate. Like, how great would that be? Zillow Home Loans now provides a 5% interest rate guaranteed program. Now that's great. Even if it's like 10% down or like 10% down, that's a pretty good standard. That at least gives people motivation to be like, let me go save 10% or something. That is helpful because that monthly payment is now a lot more doable. And now people can go and they can talk their price down, like really be negotiate the sellers hard, get this 5% product. And that's actually helpful. But no, what they want to do is they want to provide something that's already being basically given already with all these other lenders. And that's what they're doing. So there's a quick summary for you guys. I'm sure there's PMI. There hasn't been too many. There's like literally just this. There hasn't been anything, but a lot of people, Zillow, whenever they do something, like they gets a lot of publicity. Like Zillow can be like, hey, we're releasing this new taco called the carne asada taco. And people are like, oh my God, Zillow's releasing a carne asada. But it's like, bro, there's been a carne asada taco. Like for like hundreds of years. What are you saying? Anyways, that's the quick synopsis for all of our new people that are joining us of what's going on. Navy Ender says, I really don't understand why some YouTubers get upset at doomers. It feels like you don't believe your audience is intelligent enough to make their own decision. I like to watch you and Reventure. I don't think it's I don't think you guys are intelligent enough to see what's true or not true. Because everyone has a bias. Every time I say anything, there's going to be an asterisk because I'm a realtor, right? But the thing is, more attention and more views goes towards the doom stuff, right? So when they make content, a lot of people aren't like you. They genuinely believe it's true. And they go with it. And there's a lot of people that did not buy a house when they could have bought a house in the last 2 years because they followed their advice. Those people will not be able to buy a home for the next 5 to 10 years now. Okay. So my frustration comes from someone who was told, I guess it's more a personal thing, me personally. I can't speak for other people that speak about the doomers. Me personally, when there's somebody telling me or people like me, don't buy a house right now, the market's crashing for the last 2-3 years, but at the same time has a consulting business to consult people on consult investors on the best places to buy houses to make money or, to rent out. That doesn't sit right with me. But that's my opinion. A lot of people can say, I don't like you, Javier, because you're a real estate agent and you want me to buy because you need people to buy. That's also a fair thing. So I can know that both sides there's truth and there's false to it. At the end of the day, you guys simply have to make the best decision. And I trust you guys enough to make the best decision to say if I'm full of shit or not. Sorry for the language. Dark Javier is out. Okay? So that's not that I'm like mad at doomers. I mean, I won't be mad. Like the thing is, they get a lot of views. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but a very popular doomer once made a video about how they're coming back on YouTube or they're canceling YouTube. And for a split second of their video, their analytics came up on the screen and it said that they made $60,000 a month off just their ad revenue. That puts things in perspective. What are different ways we can bring up the doom narrative because it gets me views so I can continue to make $40,000 to $60,000 a month off views? But I wouldn't. I mean, I'm telling you guys, there's like 240 of you guys here now. You guys know that now. But that's just like I trust you guys enough to know there's two sides, and we're both sometimes full of crap. But I have a personal issue with that. I personally know people, and shame on me for not being influential enough, right? I personally know people who literally sent me videos of different doomers the last 2-3 years. Or I was working with, and they're like, we watched a few of these videos and we're going to choose to wait. Literally DM messages I pulled up where they DM me now saying, hey, how's it look like? And like, yeah, bro, the houses you're looking at that were 280 are now 400. The interest rate that was 2 or 3% is now this. So that's me personally. I can't speak for everybody else. Jeremy. I love that, Jeremy. Jeremy, I just mentioned you. I don't know if you were here earlier. Oh, I didn't say you by name, but I said the very few situations where it makes sense to sell is to get your family out of debt, and I said I know some folks that are doing it. So, so everyone say hi to Jeremy, one of the best people who is a fellow cat lover, by the way. What kind of job do I have? I don't. Oh dang, Justin. Wait, Justin? Who's Justin? I don't know. It's late. It's late, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on with me right now. The kids are out of town. My wife's out of town, and I turn on the live stream at so is it? How long am I going now? Almost an hour. 7 o'clock. Just like I'm gonna go talk about the Zillow thing, and ended up talking about a lot more other things. Graham is not the one I was talking about, but Graham is, I don't know. He's on another level of YouTuber. He's like interviewing other YouTubers. He's doing his own thing, but like he's already on another level. Yet he's sometimes he comes down from the heavens above to grace us with with his take on the housing market. Like his last thumbnail is like him over a headstone, RIP housing market. It's like, bro, what? I watch Orlando Miner 2. I don't know who's that. I see Miner and I think of Minecraft. Oh, whoa. Wally feels like he feels it. He's like, what are your thoughts on the Las Vegas market? I have no idea. I don't know. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna call it. Dark Javier out. Different stream for sure. I was fired up about certain things, but I do want to apologize because lately I feel like I have been making more negative content. I feel like I'm not producing. I don't think I'm creating the intended effect of my videos. My videos especially the can you afford ones, are like to help people like understand the difference between qualifying and like talking to a lender and telling them what they qualify versus like we can actually afford. But lately those videos have been more demoralizing and that's not my effect. And I don't want to bring negative energy into this, into especially the people that follow me. So I think I'm gonna. I don't know what to do though. It's late. It's already late. 8 p.m. on my time. The kids aren't here, so what do we do, Wally? I don't know. Probably gonna go on a walk or something. Cool off for a bit. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Appreciate all the new subscribers we've got. Joe and Ilam. Thank you, Lil Chapato. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you guys all who stopped by. Our Twitch family too. Thank you guys. Appreciate everybody. I did see your email. BRLS League. What's your? I'll respond to your email right now. Who is What is your email? Can you tell me? Thank you, Relay. All right, I'm gonna end the YouTube one now. And I'll stay on Twitch. See you guys. Oh, great. Here's a super chatted.
I strictly follow the 50-30-20ths rule and my rent is going up. What should I do? More or work 5 extra hours a week?
Jeez. I'm sorry you're going through that. I had no idea. I don't know what the solution is for that. I guess working extra will probably combat that. I'm sorry you're in that position. I would do that if I were you. Okay, guys. Best of luck. Alright, Twitch family, I'm still here.